patient with shoulder pain, especially in this non-traumatic situation, we want to look at the entire kinetic chain.
Sí,
Bajas como haciendo un squat.
Sube, sube.
Okay.
Baja.
The left leg.
Ahora al revés, la otra pierna. Despacio, baja despacio.
Do that.
Más.
Y ahí te...
Now, it's interesting that when you have a right shoulder problem, it's more common to have left hip weakness. Did you see? If you notice, she has a little bit of a lordosis. Okay, so that means she's got pelvic tilt. That's going to go along with the hip weakness. It's right there as well. Just
Ahí, sí. Yes.
right here. Up here.
Arriba.
Mainly down here.
Down.
Is it here? So this is rhomboid.
El romboide. Está bien.
Upper trap. In the latissimus dorsi. The more we go, tight through. This is this lower trapezius that I was telling you about. Okay. Now, with your left hand, this is called a low row. Just push
Empújale
back.
hacia atrás.
Okay. No problem.
¿No duele? Eso no duele.
Is that sore?
¿Te duele? ¿Te duele? Cuando empujas hacia atrás, not much.
But if you see, watch this side here. Watch
Empújale allá.
this back. She's very strong. Very strong. This side over here,
Atrás empuja.
it's weaker. Can you feel it's weaker?
¿Te sientes débil?
Más débil.
Now,
Lo siente más débil.
tighten up the hip muscles.
Aprieta la cola. Aprieta la cola. Las nalgas. Por echado para adelante.
Now push back here for me. It's stronger. Can you feel stronger? So the hip weakness makes this worse. So once again, you see how we need to work on the hip and core to make these muscles work better.
Sí, cuando aprieto, mejoró la fuerza en el brazo. Tiene que trabajar eso.
Now, take both arms and take them straight up overhead.
Subes
All the way over.
hasta arriba por completo.
And back
Y
down.
bajas otra vez. Bajas otra vez. Subes y bajas otra vez. Mira hasta abajo. Mira, subes y bajas. Mira hasta
All the way
abajo.
down.
Hasta abajo.
Y subes.
Three times.
3 veces. Despacio, despacio. Dale.
Sí, sí. Dos.
Dale.
Dos.
Baja otra vez.
Six. Eight.
Y tres.
So see right there, see the so that's the first. Do you see the protraction of the scapula? Okay, now I will take the shoulder here. Now take the arm straight up over.
Vuelve a
Dale,
subir. Vuelve a
levántalo
subir.
otra vez. Despacio. Hasta arriba. 3 times again.
No, just once. Bring it back down.
Baja.
Is that any easier to move
Es
through
más
there?
¿Fue más
fácil hacer este
fácil
ejercicio.
o dolió o fue igual a igual?
Te duele igual. It hurts the same.
Turn it all the way over down.
Dale.
Like that. Now, where is it hurt to do that?
¿Dónde te duele cuando haces eso ahorita?
No sé si es porque me está cogiendo acá, pero me duele
No,
acá.
yeah, that's- yeah,
No,
no,
you
fine,
feel it.
fine.
Te duele más arriba ahora en la cervical y no en las donde está esta.
Now take your arm straight up.
Otra
Vuelve a
vez.
subir. Mejoró.
Ah,
It's better.
it's better.
There, yes.
Why?
See,
What
so-
do you do different?
What I'm doing here is by doing this, I am tilting the scapula back this way and relaxing this muscle here by doing this right here.
Relajo el...
Y está empujando para que la
It's called scapular assistance.
scapular assist. And you push the scapula forward, like forward.
Yes, yes. Well, I'm just guiding it, or I'm guiding it up.
Okay.
See, so do that one more time.
¿Otra vez?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, take it.
Dale.
Better move.
So you're
Mejoró
pushing,
eso.
so the
Just very
scapula...
gently. See, I'm not
Very
saying
healthy.
just very gently.
Mejora.
Just helping. And what that does, it relaxes this muscle here. For example, push back here for me.
Empuja hacia atrás.
Now pull here.
Ok, ahora.
Back there. Just relax it in there.
Relájalo.
See that muscle relaxes. If you get the scapula back here, that relaxes this right here. It's not as sore.
Cuando echan cuando
The upper
la escápula se
trapezius
retrasa.
pain is because the lower trapezius and rhomboids are not working well. So it's just it's too This is overactive, and these are not active. Range of motion here. I stabilize the scapula. I want to see how much rotation.
Rotación interna en ABD.
Con la escápula estabilizada.
And external. Does that hurt at all to do those?
¿Te
¿Duele? No.
Good. But you see, this one goes farther, areas of weakness and tightness. And then the muscles are just, they've been such a long time since they've worked normally that they have a hard time working. Now, why does she have pain? So the reason I think the pain is there is that you'll get these trigger points. You'll have these places in the muscles, here, 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 and here. Those are painful. The muscle weakness, and then this impingement. She gets right here and she actually pinches in through there. So I think she has several reasons for pain. Now, at this point in time, I would probably, I like to use in this situation a Neurontin or gabapentin as a pain medicine, but she has multiple areas, and if you do the wrong therapy, then you're only going to do is make it worse. If you try to do these exercises, all you're going to do is make her mad.
So you will start doing strengthening
Exactly.
of the gluteus while you're stretching
Exactly
your
right.
shoulders.
So this is a
Yes.
staged rehabilitation. Our first stage is to get her hip and trunk strong, get her out of this lordosis. She's got some tight hip muscles through here, so we got to get it.
So stretching of the rectus.
There you go. So we got to get the iliopsoas stretched out. We've got to get the hip strengthened with core stability, one leg stability, rotation, all that. While we're doing that, we're going to be doing the manual activities for deep tissue massage, dry needling, whatever we need to do from here, here, and here. This will probably take 4 to 6 weeks at least, maybe 2 months, because it's been going on such a long time. We're not even going to worry about this, except maybe once we get this under control, then we're going to start doing some shoulder exercises. But do that. Now, I'm not saying do this. No, because I can do that and never move my shoulder, right?
Yeah.
No, hand here and move backwards. So that way you get this motion without the load on the shoulder. And you got to be careful. You need to do it at this level, because if you're here, once again, if you're not careful, you'll tend to pinch down. So you need to get it at the right level where you are sliding backwards like this and moving in that direction. Or, once again, putting it on, have them sit so that their elbow is off the table.
El codo fuera de la mesa.
And I want you to just pull your arm back this way like you're pulling down here. Now see, she still wants to use this upper trap.
Sí.
See, so just very gently. No, see, she's using that. Well, I want
Sí.
you to down here.
Empuja hacia abajo tu escápula.
Yeah, better. There you go. See, that relaxes that muscle right there. So if you put the hand on here, which is a closed chain, and her
La mano
elbow comes
puesta
off this.
es un movimiento de cadena cerrada porque la mano está puesta en la
And
mesa.
she need to push upwards?
No,
only to push
just
the
pull
table.
back and down.
Solo empujar.
Hacia atrás, hacia atrás.
Es hacia
We-
atrás.
It's not down, it's back. She has
Back
to
and
pull
down.
Back and down.
So we say put your elbow in your back pocket.
Okay, como metiéndose el codo en el bolsillo de atrás.
Okay.
¿Pero el codo va afuera todo el tiempo?
El codo por fuera de la mesa, solamente la mano en la mesa para que
So you keep it down here so that there's nothing on the.
meter el codo en el bolsillo.
Relájate.
That's good. There you go. Perfect. That's
Sí, estuvo mejor.
excellent. Excellent.
Es un
Very
buen
good.
movimiento, sí.
Okay, good. Very gentle exercise.
El que mostró acá empujando las escápulas.
Pero en cadena cerrada, sin desprenderse del.
We do what's called connect the dots.
Se llama conecte los puntos.
You have one dot, another one. So you put the hand here, and then get comfortable in doing this. Like that. Then when they're comfortable, they stop.
Solo cuando se sientan bien que lo pueden hacer en una
En la mano,
posición,
va
ahí
subiendo.
progresa, no antes.
Va progresando.
El progreso, pero cuando se mejora. Si pegan, sueltan, cuando ya tienen esto, se separan de manteniendo la posición. Como el que mostró aquí, igualito.
¿De frente y de lado?
Sí. You do the exercise side
On the
viewing
side.
and on the front, both.
Whichever one is comfortable, and you probably need to do both of them.
Both.
Ambos.
And once they can control that, then you can let them start moving in an open chain fashion.
Nunca le pueden hacer cadena abierta hasta que no pueda hacer todas las posiciones sin dolor encerrada.
And then you start moving out. You try to keep everything close to your body. It's called short lever arm in here because it's easier to do than out here.
Okay. Cerquita para que no tenga que el
No haya brazo palanca largo, sino los ejercicios siempre con el brazo cerca al cuerpo.
And then once we get that under control, then you can start doing integrated motions where you do these kind of motions.
Ya después,
This right here is one of the very last exercises.
Este es los últimos.
Because that's an open chain band exercise out here that requires everything here to be better before you're going to be able to do this
Los
successfully.
últimos son fortalecimientos hacia adelante. La banda
Bandas
aquí es
cadena abierta, lo último.
cadena abierta es lo último.
In our experience, this is a very common problem. It takes 4 to 6 months. It takes a while to kind of organize all this.
Very clear.
And you almost have to make it, you almost have to think about it, make it conscious effort before it becomes unconscious.
Do you ever use cortisone shots
In the
around
trigger points?
the rhomboids?
I haven't found them, no. Dry needling works pretty well. Occasionally we do with really bad
Dry needling
with
is good.
Botox, with really bad stuff.
Perfect.
And how often should she go to should they leave to a physical therapist, or can she do it at home?
Two or three times a week to start, but she's having to learn how to do it. You can't see back there, so you need a really good therapist with a lot of hands-on to touch, to give proprioception back there, to show them how to work on these exercises. And honestly, she's going to have to do them on her own. But to start off and kind of guide them in the right.
Es importante que la tocar y que ella, para que el paciente sienta que está colocando bien el brazo y sentir dónde está la escápula para que aprendan y después puedan hacer ejercicio en la casa.
One other problem that you all you may have seen is what we call scapular muscle detachment.
Hay un problema que han visto que es como la pérdida de fijación de los músculos de la escápula.
They will have a large amount of pain right along the medial scapular border.
Mucho dolor en el borde medial de la escápula.
It's after some kind of a traumatic accident, either a car wreck, a pull, something like that. They'll get a traumatic injury where the low trap and the rhomboids actually get detached away from the bone.
Desprenden los músculos romboides y romboides menores.
90% have had a specific episode of trauma.
Y la mayoría tienen como recuerdan el trauma específicamente.
They'll have a very high level of pain right here, and they'll actually have a little area where the muscle, you can actually see a little hole in there. And they'll have otherwise the same types of symptoms, but she does not have the localizing findings that suggest a detachment, no trauma. But if you see one of those, you cannot get those better with therapy, and that requires surgical repair.
La pregunta que tenía Caro, porque vayan
Que si
pues eso ya fue así.
Okay.
Bueno, pero la pregunta que te iba a hacer es que si no has trabajado fuerza por dolor, porque no tolerabas.
Porque los ejercicios que está haciendo son en cadena cinética abierta y sin posicionamiento de la escápula, luego el dolor no la deja y se empieza a trabajar todo distal y con el brazo en cadena cinética abierta, luego nunca va a mejorar a menos de que no cambiemos todo lo que nos acaban de enseñar.
Primero cerrada y brazo palanca corto.
Estos movimientos de aquí y de aquí son final del tratamiento de medicina.
Son los últimos por los que comienzan.
Son los últimos. Última pregunta.
No hay ningún ejercicio que sea en ángulo completamente bajo. Lo pregunto porque cuando nosotros tenemos una reconstrucción de manguito rotado, pues nosotros tenemos la dyskinesia y nos llega con la dyskinesia. Usted no sabe lo que hacer primero, porque entonces tenemos la cadena cinética cerrada, hay que empezar mirando la escápula cuanto antes.
Posoperatorio.
Sí. Entonces tendríamos que empezar la escápula cuanto antes, que muchas veces era lo que hacíamos inicialmente con pasivos del hombro. Entonces cuando empezamos a hacer algunos ejercicios, tenemos fuerza.
Es que ese paciente ha debido llegar a la cirugía
rehabilitado en la dyskinesia previa.
So the question is, what happens if you see a patient with post-op of procedure cloud and scapular dyskinesia? When did you can start if there is a low exercise that you can do and not put in danger the
Okay,
surgery?
first of all, you should be doing that before surgery. With your patient here, you will see the scapular dyskinesia that you should start before surgery. However, in the post-operative period of time, with your arm in a sling, you can actually do some scapular retractions.
Pueden hacer
Early on.
escapular.
As a matter of fact, you need to do that because when you start moving the arm at 6 weeks or 8 weeks, whatever your protocol is, if your scapula is here, as you move the arm, you're going to compress this down, and those are the ones that have extra pressure on the repair and do not heal as well. So you need to get the scapula working well pre-operatively. You can do some of these very gentle exercises post-operatively. You can do all of these. I start off with what's called short lever arm and closed chain. So in our therapy, our post-operative rotator cuff, at 6 weeks, we will have them once again get in this position right here. That way there's no load on the rotator cuff at all. And for example, if you want to do rotations, you don't do this.
Cadena abierta.
Está abierto.
Media hora diciendo que no
Put
cadena
your hand
abierta.
here.
Pero mira, push up. Bajo, claro. Trabaja
That's
rotación.
exactly the same thing as this, without load. And when you first start going this way,
O sea, pendulares de cadena cinética
Cerrada.
instead of doing this, do that. Now, I'm not saying do this, no, because I can do that and never move my shoulder, right? So, no, in here and move back. So that way you get this motion without the load on the shoulder. And you got to be careful. You need to do it at this level because here, once again, if you're not careful, you'll tend to pinch down. So you need to get it at the right level where you are sliding backwards like this and moving in that direction. Or, once again, putting it on a wall or something like that and just coming up like that. So stay below shoulder level first start off with. And then when at 6 or 8 weeks, you can go up higher than that. But these are all closed chain, and they have about half of this right here has half of the tensile force on this repair as this does right here. So and you're doing exactly the same
pendulares en
thing.
el postoperatorio, claro.
No cadena abierta al principio. No.
Pendulares en el postoperatorio porque es cadena cinética abierta. I don't want them to skip lunch because they won't have trouble.